Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Your Letters and My Advice. I got a letter and I would love to read this letter to you and share you my opinions about it. Please write in the comments what do you think about what I think. And if you think this is going to be helpful for somebody, send them this video as well. 42-year-old woman from the New York City, the Big Apple. Making up the name. Hi, my name is Claire. I'm a 42-year-old woman who has worked tirelessly to climb the corporate ladder in a male-dominated equity investment firm. I have reached the position of a partner and I am really proud of it. But it has come with its own set of challenges. One of my biggest hurdles is my relationship with the CEO of our company. Despite my extensive experience and knowledge in our field, I constantly feel undervalued and overlooked by him. He is the person who put me as the head of education as well, but I can't shake off the feeling that he doesn't respect me as he would a male colleague in my position. It is disheartening to think that after all these years, my gender still seems to be a factor in how I am perceived professionally. I have always been someone who believes in personal growth and self-improvement. Very nice, kudos to you. I have done the work on myself, excellent. Continually educating and pushing myself to the best in my field. Yet I find myself in a situation where my expertise seems to be overshadowed by the CEO's attitude. It is not just about recognition, it's about having a voice and being respected for the value I bring to the company. It's a constant battle to prove myself in an environment that should be celebrating my accomplishments instead of undermining them. Any advice on this situation? I appreciate your time. Claire. Hi Claire. Let's hit the road. There's some things that we can unpack here. And if my opinions, at the end of the day, these are my opinions. If my opinions are a little bit controversial, then please comment in the comment section below. Well, first and foremost, congrats on you doing the work. Both in your professional life, you become a partner, and in your personal life, you said you did the work. I love when people say they did the work. Let's start with you proving your position in a male-dominated world. Male-dominated world. It's a male world. Is that right? So I'm assuming, let's say boys. It's a boys' world and boys' rules. And boys make fun of boys. Like in a boy environment, go to the playground, they always constantly battle with each other, undermine each other. So when a boy does this to another boy, the other boy gets stronger, and then eventually this friction between boys creates men, real men. But when it comes to a woman proving herself in a man world, in a male world, you guys want to take part in a man's world, but you want to bring your own set of rules. If it's a boys' world, it's boys' rules, and this is how boys work. They undermine each other, they make fun of each other, they push each other to the extremes, and this makes them in a way better. And don't get me wrong, these are your words that it's a male-dominated world. I think women are superior in some cases. I don't believe men and women, not in terms of human rights point, but in terms of their qualities and what they are good at and what can they bring to the world. I think in most cases women are superior to men. Let's look at this. Even from the religious text, right? God created man, God created Adam, and he looked at Adam and he said, I can do better than this. And then God created Eve. You know, like it's almost like the man is the beta version, and then after the man, the original product is the woman, because you know that's how things go. Now I am driving a car with a full self-driving beta version, and when everything in this car is done, when the software is up par with the reality of the external world, they will come with the normal version. So, you know, in a way, women are superior to men. as long as they compete in the areas that they are superior to. What are these areas? What do you think? Write them in the comments below. But thinking of you proving yourself in a male-dominated world, well, if you're gonna play in the man's world, you gotta play with the man's rules. Like, I can't go to a woman's party and then make up all the rules. Hey, like, you know, I'm gonna prove myself to you guys in your own world, but from this point on, we are gonna play like I wanna play. No, like, if I'm in the woman's world, I'm gonna play with their rules. I don't know. What do you think about this so far? I took out a lot from my opinionated mind. See, I can't even say the word. I have a lot of opinions about this. Let's go to your CEO. One statement that you have made. You as a person who has done the work. I hear this. I have done the work, and then it generally continues, especially in relationship situations. I have done the work, but my partner isn't. I have done the spiritual work. I have worked on myself personally. I have done my emotional work, yada, yada, yada. All these. I hear this, I don't know, hundreds of times. I have done the work, but. So this is the problem. If you have done the work, how can you allow somebody who has not done the work according to you upset you? That's the whole work is about. The work is about not allowing things that are not worthy of your time, care, attention, love to upset you, to get under your skin. So if you have done the work and your CEO has not done the work, then how come you allow him to hold any power over you? Because he is the CEO? No, like, you should know that the position in your company versus the positions in real life are different. And as the person who has the upper hand over your CEO because you have done the work, why not next time you look at your CEO as somebody like a boy? You know, going back to that boys thing, when a boy acts out, it's because it's upset, because he has some needs, because, yeah, all the stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, it's just a boy. And you are an accomplished, an educated, a self-aware, a respected woman. You first and foremost have to recognize who you are and then ask yourself, why am I allowing a boy who is in a suit and a tie and under the title of a CEO upset me like this? I think this is a good question. So don't allow somebody who is not deserving of getting under your skin get under your skin. You have done the work and he hasn't. So this is the main point. And maybe if you even want to take this one step further, I'm not saying that you should mother him, but I am saying by you showing the fact that you have not just done the professional work but also the personal work, you have to show him with your example that his undermining, his disrespect, his dismissal of your state in this position. I mean, honestly, we don't even know if he didn't really disrespect, if he really disrespected you, if he thought he didn't need you, he would just fire you. But he keeps you in the company. You are a partner in the company. You are the head of education in the company. So rather than getting into the world, like, the second you want to prove who you are and how successful you are and how valuable you are, basically your brain goes into fight and flight mechanism. When you are in fight and flight mechanism, your IQ drops at least 25 points. This is scientific data. When you are stressed, when you are in fight and flight, your IQ is 25 up to 25 points less than when your brain is in the alpha state, when your brain waves in the alpha, when you are calm, cool, relaxed, collected. So just to prove your worth, you are getting into the fight and flight stage, and then maybe you are dropping down to their level, the other beta brain wave level. So stay in your alpha brain level, keep your extra 25 points of IQ, and then when you're calm, cool, collected, maybe with your example, you are going to inspire him to do his own work. So, long story short, self-assert yourself. Do not let somebody who is not worthy of your time or your energy to get under your skin, to get into your mental dialogue, and to put you into fight and flight response. That makes you reactive. You gotta stay responsive. So take charge of your own mental dialogue, know your worth, and self-assert yourself. And let's see how next time around when you have a confrontation with your CEO like this happens. Because the second you have control of your own mental dialogue, you know your worth, you're an accomplished, successful woman who recognizes her own self-worth, maybe your attitude, your stance, you not wanting, not even willing, not even caring about going into that battle of you proving yourself, maybe it will change things. So I hope I gave a little bit of a clue into how to navigate that situation. Just in the back of your mind, say, a boy being a boy, and I'm not going to allow a boy to get under my skin. I think that's a good call. Reassert and self-assert yourself in your mental dialogue, and that's about it. Know your worth. You don't. Once you have truly done the work, you don't need anybody to show you respect. You don't need anybody to recognize you. You don't need anybody to validate your accomplishments. If you are in a place that you are not being valued, and then you hold yourself in the highest esteem, maybe this is a sign for you to move on to another position. Maybe this is a sign for you to create your own thing. Maybe this is a sign for you that, hey, like if I actually don't go into that fight and flight reactive mode, maybe with your own beautiful example, you are going to inspire other people to do their own work. Maybe you are going to change the entire culture of the company. We don't know. You will know. So let me know how it goes next time you apply these little techniques that I have given to you. Let me know, everybody and anybody, if this video was a little bit of a worth to you, a lot of worth to you maybe, who knows. Share it with somebody who might find some value in this. Write in the comments if you do not agree, or if you do agree with what I have just said. And subscribe to my channel. Click on that ring bell. Do all the YouTube stuff. Love and peace to you all. Take care.